Hi, and welcome to Late Night Sports, Episode 5. I'm Andrew.
And I'm John.
Here today we have a little bit of MLB signings, only one today. Some Red Sox news involving new managers, people not being signed yet. 2 NBA trades involving Jeff Teague and Trevor Ariza, and a whole lot of NFL topics to talk about today. We can start off with the MLB.
Yep, per usual.
Yep. Josh Donaldson. Like we talked about last week, we thought he'd get signed by some, not really a no-name team. This is really a no-name team. It's the Twins. Signed him for a 4-year, $92 million, but the incentives that they have in the deal can get up to $104 million.
His signing's kind of funny to me because he said, he was like holding out for $110 million.
And then he got lower than what.
Yeah, and he was offered $100 million.
And he got less.
And then he gets less.
Karma.
That is funny.
That's straight karma.
What he wanted was already like
too much.
Less than whatever anyone should give him.
Exactly. I mean, I had a big, at least for the first 2 years of that contract, that deal is going to mean a lot for that Twins team. They were good last year. They won that division, so see what they can continue doing. Right away, on to some Red Sox news. Alex Cora has been fired, or mutually parted ways, whatever the heck that means. It's fired. He's gone. And there's a couple new top people who've been rumored to be considered the next manager of the team. Jason Varitek is the Cubs' top betting favorite right now, correct?
Yeah.
Mike Lowell was considered, even before they got rid of Alex Cora, they thought that might be their fill-in guy for 2 years if they were going to keep Alex Cora and all that. So he's in the race. And bench coach Ronald Ranocchi.
Yeah.
Pronouncing his name?
I think so, yeah.
He's another candidate. I don't know who you would consider as the best one here, but I feel like having an old player would be.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jason Varitek.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I would like to see him.
Pretty like an old name.
Yeah, I think he would also be a good coach. I mean, he was a great catcher.
Yeah.
And catchers are game managers.
So it's good to have, yeah. And it gives you also get to keep the bench coach as well.
Yeah,
you get that best of both worlds right there. You have both of those inputs.
And Varitek's already around the team. He's already a coach.
He is.
Yeah. I think he's like the catcher's coach or whatever.
Whatever it is, something like that. Yeah. He's with the team. He knows how the team works.
Yeah, he knows like what they're doing and stuff.
Yeah. Sox swab not signed Mitch Moreland.
Oh, you wanted to.
What number episode is this?
Hold on. I want to go back to the manager.
Oh, you have more stuff to talk?
Yeah,
okay,
I don't know. Section 10 brought this up about Pedroia.
Oh, gosh.
And they said like it'd be the perfect time to him be a player coach. I think that would be interesting. Haven't seen that since Pete Rose back in the 80s.
As a quote from Yaz said, do you really want 50-year-old Pedroia playing on this team anymore?
Well, he did have a setback. So he won't be. I don't even think he'll be playing at spring training.
I don't think he should play this year. I think that man's like useless at this point.
I don't think he's useless.
I don't think he's useful anymore. I'd rather have like Michael Chavis at shortstop, second base.
He's not gonna play second. He's gonna play first.
But then you bring in Mitch Moreland, and you got first baseman.
Well, yeah, but we've been talking about how Mitch Moreland has been signed like every single episode.
Yeah,
they haven't done it, so.
Hopefully, sometime they will.
But would you like to see Pedroia as the coach?
I don't know. My dad, when he worked for Nesson, brought up many terrible stories of how he treated other people. So
yeah,
I don't think he'd be respected well enough as a coach. I think he's good as a player, but I don't think he's well known, well liked enough to be a coach. Everyone liked Alex Cora.
Yeah, people did. I think it would also be like just kind of interesting to see a player coach.
Yeah. He's kind of too young to be a coach, too, I think. He's like 36 right now.
Yeah,
that's a little too young.
I don't think it's that young, especially when you're an ex-player.
But still, you're 36. You got players on your team that are like a year younger than you. They're basically like.
I mean, look at the NFL. There's people on teams that are older than their coach.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Like the Rams.
Oh yeah, because he's wicked young. That's right.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, he's wicked young.
The 49ers coach, he's only 38.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, we'll go to Mitch Moreland. Bring this up again. Still not signed. Like to see him sign out, especially with the Pedroia news.
Yeah.
So you need
You need to get him back in.
You need to get him back so you can move Chavis back over to his natural position.
Or you can bring back Brock Holt and use him.
Yeah.
But I said it last week. I think it's unlikely. The luxury tax to put him too much over.
Plus Brock Holt, I don't care about the luxury tax. Stop bringing that up.
I will continue bringing it up until I get proved different on this. They sign him.
His John Henry's net worth is $2.8 billion.
All right, never mind.
And hold on, my dad told me this over the week. I was talking to him about this. They're trying to go down in the, not trying to go over their cap, but they raised the price of tickets.
Trying to make money.
That's stupid.
It's a business. You're trying to make money.
You're
it's a business.
You're the Boston Red Sox.
And you want to make money because people like going to games. You risk tickets.
You're wasting talent. If you're gonna do this,
I think this is
just
gonna be a good team
completely
this
sell.
year. They're gonna be a good team this year.
No, they're not.
They're gonna be a wild card team.
How? They haven't improved their bullpen at all.
I'm willing.
Their bullpen sucks.
I'm willing to trust the starters this year.
The starters did good last year. Look at
No,
where
they
that.
didn't.
Just they did pretty good. They didn't have their best seasons, but they did.
Injuries. Price had a down year. Sale played like 10 games.
He played more than 10 games.
10 games.
He played more than 10.
Not much. Those kind of things I think can change how season goes.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. It's 2020. They're not gonna pitch.
And then Brandon Workman is still in the bullpen. Trust him still.
That's one reliever out of
they'll get someone else.
Out of a dozen.
I'm gonna trust my team. Their offense can do something.
Chris Sale played in 25 games last year.
25 games.
Yeah. 147 and a third innings pitched. So.
Oh, I was proven wrong.
Just had to disprove you real quick.
Damn. Okay, that sucks.
But I don't want to hear about the. I don't like that argument of the luxury tax when they're raising their prices on tickets. Even still, they shouldn't be worried about the luxury tax.
I think it's still a worry. But
if you're gonna they haven't also traded for anyone good. All these players are
who
bums.
they traded for? Tell me who they're trading for.
Nobody's.
But tell me who you want them to trade them for, though.
You don't need to trade for anyone. You just need to sign good relievers. They've let all these receivers go other places.
Well, who?
All these offseason. I don't know. I mean,
who's available right now? There's not many. Most of them have already been signed for big deals, which would yet again put them over that tax.
I don't care about the luxury tax.
I do. I think it's extremely important. Are you trying to figure out who's available still?
No, not still. I'm just trying to find this season.
Oh, who we have for relievers?
No, who was available this offseason.
I don't think there was much. There was very little. I know the Nationals brought in that reliever.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we talked about
him earlier.
But, no, there really isn't much. There wasn't much in the market this year. You just have to go with what you have. Trust the team. Trust the process. That's what I would do. You want to move on to another topic now, or do you want to keep trying to go at me for this?
No, we'll switch back to we'll move on from
MLB.
No, we'll keep it MLB. We move on from this topic. I want to talk about if you think the Red Sox and Astros should be stripped of their World Championships.
This is tough. We happen to be a little biased on this, a little biased on this. I mean, I don't want to lose this wonderful hat. I don't want to lose this. This is a good championship.
Yeah, I don't think the Red Sox should, because it's been found that they didn't do anything during the postseason.
Yeah, but
the regular season's tainted.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's how they got. They just barely beat the Yankees out for that one seed by 3 games, 4 games. That could have been changed so easily if you didn't cheat all those games.
The Yankees were cheating though.
Yeah, well, of course they're cheating. It's the Yankees, but they weren't caught. We were stupid enough to get caught. So, the Astros, on the other hand, I do see the argument of stripping their World Series because that was done during the postseason.
And LA wants both of their titles stripped.
LA can go. Yeah, get out of here. No, you're still lost. You're still lost. Cody Bellinger can shut his mouth. You're not getting a World Series out
We
of this.
did it the right way.
Shut up. No, you did it by spending $400 million to get second place 3 years in a row. That's what you did. But no, I think the Red Sox. I think they have no choice, but they let them have it. Astros. I mean, if you want to find a way to do it, maybe, but there's no way with the Red Sox. All right, do you want to move on to NBA now, or do you want to keep with this? All right, a big NBA topic that's happened recently. Trevor Ariza has been traded from the Sacramento Kings to Portland Trail Blazers. They traded away. It was a pretty hefty trade. Not many star talent in this, but Kent Bazemore, Anthony Tolliver, and 2 second-round picks are heading to Sacramento, with Trevor Ariza, Wayne Gabriel, and Caleb Swanigan coming to Portland. I see this trade as being not monumental, but definitely something helpful.
Definitely not monumental.
Yeah, definitely
Since the only player I've heard of, or 2 players I've heard of in this trade, Ken Bazemore and Trevor Ariza, those other 2 guys are other guys. Caleb Swans, I don't even know who that is.
I just see it being relatively big only because the reason why Trailblazers are not playing well is because of their lack of wing depth, the lack of defense to have. Their best wing is old man Carmelo Anthony. I mean, that extra defensive presence off the bench with Trevor Ariza, that he's older, have more veteran leadership you have on that kind of team. I mean, that can be helpful. They still don't have their best players, Zach Collins and Jusuf Nurkic, still out with injuries for a decent amount of time. But those 2, I think, that guy can be a great help. And losing Kent Bazemore knocked off $12.3 million off their salary cap.
This is like a salary dump.
It is a salary dump, but it also helps them as well.
It does.
It definitely helps.
They're not going to do anything for a couple more seasons, either of these teams.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Portland will make the playoffs again.
There's really no reason. It's only...
I mean, they were
only
the Western,
only the top 4 teams.
They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Only the top 4 teams need to make the playoffs, if you ask me, from each conference.
All right.
After that, it's just trying to make money.
Nah, I still think it's good basketball to watch. You have that team
Not
as an
really.
8th seed. Maybe it's been crazy.
So, like in years past, you want to go see the Warriors go
up with one of the bad teams.
destroy some teams in 4 games. I know that's
Fun to
not
watch.
what I want to watch.
Another trade that just came up. Jeff Teague is going back to Atlanta for Alan Crabb, and Trevon Graham is also coming along with Jeff Teague to come back to Atlanta. This trade is it's also not a salary dump. These are all salary dumps, let's be honest. But Jeff Teague coming back to Atlanta gives Trae Young that extra time on the bench to rest, because he's been playing 40 minutes a game. There's no backup.
He's also kind of old too.
Yeah, there's no backup for him.
Getting
Jeff
up
Teague,
there.
he's not too old. He's 33. He's a good veteran leader to have behind the bench. No system there in Atlanta. He played there almost his whole career. And then Alan Crabb is getting paid way too much money.
Way too much money.
Way too much money to be absolutely crap. So it's
And
good to get him out of there.
yeah.
And Minnesota's terrible. They started off the year super hot, and then Andrew Wiggins came back down to earth, back to shooting 30% from the field again. That's a little exaggeration, but pretty much what it is. All right, that's all I got from the NBA, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, move on to some, not retirement news, but it should be retired at this point. Man's 60. Larry Fitz come back again, making that money, though, for a 1-year, $11 million contract. I mean, it's great to have him come back, because the young quarterback, Kyler Murray, having that number 1 receiver who's experienced. He has, many years under his belt. It's good to have that one guy you know you can throw it to and be reliable on that.
Yeah, and him also, his contract's just like a thank you contract.
Oh, yeah.
But it's good to have his presence still in the locker
You
room.
definitely want to have that. He's known in the NFL as the number 1 good guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who he's known as. That everyone likes kind of person.
And this team's pretty young, so it's good to have that.
Oh, they're very
leadership.
young.
Yeah.
They're one of the youngest teams in the NFL.
It's just kind of funny because this is he retired, or he said, I'm going to retire, came back, and then this is the 4th time
whatever
he's
it is.
come
It's
back.
been a lot.
Yeah. This is his 4th last season.
It's good to see him back, though. I mean,
yeah, I like watching
he's a
him
fan
play.
favorite.
Yeah.
Everyone respects him because of how he acts off the field, along with how he acts on the field. It's an all-around good thing to see. Then we have our AFC and NFC prediction turnouts for the NFL playoff games this weekend. I went 2 for 2. I mean, not 2 for 2. 2-0 on this one. I got both of them right. I predicted that the Chiefs and 49ers would make it on. I wanted the other way around, but I thought logically about it, and I picked those other two. Sad to see the Titans go. King Henry has been dethroned. It's tough to see that. Did you pick those two, or did you?
No, I had the Packers.
You had the Packers?
Yep, and Chiefs.
Well, it's going to be an awesome Super Bowl.
It will be, yeah.
That awesome pass rush from 49ers going against the best quarterback in the league. Try to debate me on that. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
No.
Yes, he is. Who's better? Say Tom Brady. I dare you.
Tom Brady.
Shut up. We'll move on from that because he's just delusional. The hair's getting in his way.
Tom Brady's best quarterback in the league.
And that's a lie and a half. No, there's no way. Watch a football game.
What? All right, I do.
Watch a football game from the 2010s.
I also see that Mahomes has an offensive line that'll block for him. I see Mahomes has people to throw to. He has 3 good players to throw to.
That's cool. You see,
Tom Brady has no one to throw to.
I don't care.
And when he does, they drop the freaking ball.
I'm
They won't catch it.
Patrick Mahomes is still better. Still better.
No, he's not.
Still better. Still better.
If comes down 2-minute warning to win a game, who do you want? For the Super Bowl, who do you want? Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Right now. Like, this is like current day.
Right now, for this Super Bowl in 2 Sundays.
Now, Patrick Mahomes. You give me that same question 3 years ago, I'll probably take Tom Brady. I think Mahomes isn't in the league yet, but like hypothetically, I'll take Tom Brady.
Wait, and all right. So who are you taking, Tom Brady or Mahomes?
When?
Right now.
Right now, Patrick Mahomes. Like I said.
No way.
Yes way.
I'm taking Brady.
Jeez. Let's talk about those games though. That Chiefs game. It started close.
Yep.
Tennessee had that little lead, but they're just testing. They're just testing with their heads. Then they just went on a run. That was the end of
they
that
could
game.
stop Henry.
Yeah,
he didn't just like run over and look like a super freak in this game.
Yeah, they held him really well. Under 100 yards, I think about like 70 yards, something like that. That's still a decent amount of yards. It's not a bad game or anything. But it's not like crazy 180, 190 yard games he's been having lately.
Yeah, it's 69 rushing yards.
69. Yeah, that's still an awesome win for the Chiefs. They really, the offense is scary. Scary offense.
And you know who doesn't have a scary offense?
Who?
The Patriots.
Yeah, because Tom Brady's isn't that good anymore.
Yes, he is. He doesn't have anyone to throw to.
Don't care. And then you go on to the next game, Packers 49ers. The 49ers won 37-20. That game lasted halfway through the first quarter.
About that.
We
were hanging for these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of over pretty quick.
That Raheem Mozart.
He had a day.
The undrafted, cut by 7 teams. I don't even know how old he is, but just whatever he does, that was insane. But I will say, give all the credit you want to him, but look at the offensive line. Watch George Kittle and the fullback. What's the fullback? It's a really good one. Off the top of my head, I'm forgetting who it is. But the 2 blockers ahead of him all the time just destroyed that Packers D line.
They have a good
no one was getting past him.
Yeah.
Kittle had himself a day. He only had 1 catch, but that doesn't matter. When you block that well for your running back, and your running back has 220 yards and 4 touchdowns, you're doing an awesome job. An absolutely incredible job by George Kittle for that.
He had 220 rushing yards.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
And he didn't. Garoppolo only had 8 pass attempts, which is crazy to me.
Who needs to throw when you can run the ball the whole game?
Yeah.
You trust your line, trust that blocking so much, just let them run. Keep on going.
Do you think they could do this again? Like, Garoppolo doesn't have to show up and do, like,
no,
something crazy?
Not in the Super Bowl. No.
You don't think he does?
Well, they just proved they were able to stop Derrick Henry. So I think it's a little easier to stop this guy. No offense, but that's just logical right there. But No, I think he wouldn't have to throw a crazy amount. I'm guessing no more than 20. There's no way that was more than 20 passes. But
If they can,
actually, if they're winning, if they're losing, it might change that. But if they're winning the game, there's no way it was over 20. Then we talk about the prediction. Who do you have for the Super Bowl?
I've been rolling with the Chiefs for a little bit. I want to see the Chiefs. I couldn't really care either way, like who wins, but I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I like Mahomes.
Oh, you do?
I do, yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's not the best quarterback in the league, but
Yeah, he is.
I like Mahomes. I also like Andy Reid. I think.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's just a kind of funny guy. Yeah.
Well, I saw it on ESPN. What do you do after the game? Had a cheeseburger, went to bed.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah,
lifestyle
that's
right
how he
there.
celebrated. He said in his post-game interview too that he's gonna have to go on a diet for Miami, so he can wear his Hawaiian shirt.
It's impressive. Like he goes like he's an older coach, not nowhere even close to a young coach anymore. But he's always adapting. He's always finding a way to like go along with the new schemes, fight off these new defensive ways. Like he was leading this super young offense to like awesome heights. Like I mean, Patrick Mahomes is great. Like I've been continuing saying, who's the best quarterback in the league. But he does right. You're right. He does have one of the easiest people to throw to, Travis Kelce.
He's the best tight end in the league and the fastest guy in the league.
That is true. But Mahomes is still good. I'm sticking with that. And I'm gonna go with the 49ers though. I'm gonna go with the opposite.
You are?
I am. Defense
Really?
wins championships. That defensive line is so good, so good. I think they'll find some way to mess around with how Mahomes is like getting off his passes, make him get out of the pocket a little more, which is still good at doing that.
Yeah, I mean he scrambled for a touchdown.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to bet on that defense pulling something off. And the offense is no joke anymore. Before I thought this offense was nothing at all, but if they can keep doing what they've been doing in the last couple of games, this is not going to be. Honestly, I see it being a 2-score game if everything else is planned. So
I don't really see the Super Bowl. I don't think the Super Bowl will be.
It's
close.
either go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking with the 49ers on this. And then we got some award predictions we got going on. You want to start off with the coaches award
Yeah, I
there?
want to talk about coaches award.
Coaches award. All right, 3 nominees. We got our Sean Payton, John Harbaugh, and Mike Tomlin. Who do you have for those 3?
This was tough. It came down to me between Mike Tomlin, and Harbaugh. I ended up going with Harbaugh, but you brought up a good point of how bad they were. Like they were laughable bad, and then they
I'll say I did.
The postseason.
I did pick the Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. When you have Mason Rudolph as your starting quarterback for a majority of your football games, I pity you. I pity you because that man is terrible. He should take more helmets to the head because he deserves it. But all the injuries, Juju played like half the games.
Yeah.
James Conner was out for the shoulder injury for most of that year.
Juju didn't even have that good of a season.
Yeah, he got doubled all the time because he's the only receiver they had. It was just, the fact that they got to 8-8 is a testament to how good of a coach he is with all of his defensive things. Because one of the rookies, Devin Bush, also on here later down the list for defensive rookie of the year. You put a rookie in charge of your defense, and he pulls off that kind of stuff. That's impressive.
I can also see like them going with Harbaugh just because of his record, made it to the playoffs, and stuff like that. So I can see this. I can see it going both ways, but I don't know. I see this going.
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
14-2 with a second-year quarterback who's MVP. Well,
MVP, unanimous.
Unanimous. We'll talk about that later. But he's MVP. It's a good team. You got to do something. They committed to being around Lamar Jackson. They chose the run game instead of the overall favorite in the NFL right now, the pass game. So you got to give the coach a little bit of credit there for picking that style of offense. It's impressive.
And then next we have the defensive rookie of the year, and I think we both have Nick Bosa.
Yeah, the other candidates though, Josh Allen, defensive end from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I mentioned earlier, Devin Bush, the inside linebacker from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, this is Joey Bosa.
I think this should be like unanimous.
Nick Bosa. I keep saying Joey Bosa. Wrong one. Nick Bosa.
Think this will be unanimous.
Yeah, I don't see there's any question. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. Already, he's a rookie, and he's leading the best defense right now to the Super Bowl. It's impressive. It really is. Then the offensive rookie of the year. This is one of the hardest ones for me to pick.
It is,
This is extremely difficult. I'll go down the list and give the candidates. A.J. Brown, the wide receiver from the Tennessee Titans. Josh Jacobs, the running back from the Oakland Raiders. And Kyler Murray, the quarterback from the Arizona Cardinals. You picked Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
I could have picked him too. It's so hard to pick one of these guys. Josh Jacobs, over 1,200 rushing yards, almost 10 touchdowns. I think he had 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think
Just an incredible season. And also an awesome season for the Raiders as well. They had a great season for their expectations going into the year. Just a great job by him. Then Kyler Murray, almost throwing 4,000 passing yards, absolutely slinging the ball on a not so good Arizona Cardinals team. I mean, and then the one I picked at the end was A.J. Brown, the wide receiver from the Tennessee Titans, dealing with a switching of quarterbacks throughout the year. That's not easy with a rookie wide receiver. You got to get used to a certain guy as your quarterback. That's not easy. But still being able to do that, getting over 1,000 wide receiving yards, with 10 touchdowns, that's awesome. And that your team made it to the freaking AFC Championship game.
Yeah, they did.
Like, he's one of the people that brought him that far. That's just awesome for a rookie.
I think Tannehill was an upgrade.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I'm a Mariota fan.
Yeah.
I gotta give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, but A.J. Brown did have a good
definitely.
great season. All 3 of these players had a great season. It'll be interesting to see what this comes down to. I think it'll be close.
It'll be there's no way this is unanimous. This is gonna be down to the very second and third votes by the people who vote for this.
And then next is the defensive player of the year. The candidates that we have are Minkah Fitzpatrick, Aaron Donald, and Stephon Gilmore. We both picked. Yeah, I think this is unanimous. Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Especially if you take out that Miami game.
Yeah, if you just do about the 15 games he played for the rest of the year, there's no question.
Yep.
I will say there is with that Miami game in there, there could be some people going the other way.
Yeah, I could see that, especially when it's the last regular season game.
Exactly. That's the most important game of the year. They lost in the bye. And he messed up that game for them. I think Devontae Parker, 122 yards that game. It was just terrible. But, no, I definitely see him winning it. But, I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is a sleeper right now, honestly.
Really?
I don't think Aaron Donald has a chance in this.
I don't know. He had a great season, but I don't like
Aaron
year.
Donald.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's bad or anything. He did lead the league in tackles for loss, and he also had 12.5 sacks. That's no slouch.
Yeah.
He's still the best defensive tackle in the league. But I think the other two secondary players, that's an awesome year for secondaries.
Yeah, Gilmore had 6 picks, 2 touchdowns.
I think Minkah had the same amount. I think he had 6 interceptions as well. And then we go on to I said the offensive rookie of the year was hard. This is when you get to next level difficult. The first one's a little, I think he's already crossed off, but number 3, George Kittle, tight end for the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, the running back from the Carolina Panthers. And Michael Thomas, the wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints. This is so hard to pick. You went with Michael Thomas.
I did.
Why?
I don't know. He broke records this season. I don't know. This was hard. I could have gone between McCaffrey and Thomas.
This is a gut pick. You gotta pick one or the other and just hope it's right. Because
the only thing you can give McCaffrey the upper hand on is his team wasn't that good, and he had to
that might be part
create stuff on his own.
He did. That is correct.
So that
McCaffrey had so many yards though.
He did. Did he have 3,000 scrimmage yards?
He did not. I'm looking at it right now. He had 2,392 all-purpose yards with 19 total touchdowns. He could have been an MVP candidate, to be honest.
He could have, yeah.
He very much could have, with 13,000 on the ground, with just about 1,000 receiving as well. That is, wow.
Yeah,
just wow.
A huge year.
And then
Michael Thomas had 1,725 receiving yards.
That's also insane.
Yeah,
this is a great year for football right here. These players really showed up big for their teams, even though Carolina was not good and amid a terrible move by the GM getting rid of their Ron Rivera. That was just
That was
boneheaded.
stupid, yeah.
So dumb. But he had 403 touches, meaning he was their offense. Once Cam Newton went down, who else are you going to use? He had no one else. That's really it for them.
And then the MVP candidate, or just candidate, not even candidate.
Yeah, it's just one.
Lamar Jackson. This is going to be unanimous,
Yeah,
I think.
it should be. The other two on the list were Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson, quarterbacks for the Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. But there's no way either of those two have a chance of winning this thing. I mean, maybe at the start of the year, my pick was Russell Wilson going into Week 8, I think it was, around that time. Because that was when Russell Wilson was killing it. He had like 2 picks, like 20-something touchdowns. No one was stopping him. And then Lamar just kept doing those crazy games over and over and over again until it became a regular week. Oh, another 150-yard rushing day for Lamar.
Yeah, and when he didn't do that, that was, like, surprising.
Exactly. And that
It just became the norm for him.
once that became the norm, it was over.
Yep.
You have to give it to Lamar Jackson. He deserves that nice old MVP trophy at the age of 23.
He's super
That
young,
might be
yeah.
youngest ever. Is he youngest ever?
I am not sure.
I had no clue, but it's
super young.
He's wicked young to win the MVP. It's an awesome year from him. It's a crazy year of football. These
It
awesome players this year really showing up. I think that's all the time for what we have today. Thanks for watching. This has been an awesome episode.
Yep, and make sure to check us out on YouTube at Late Night Sports. And if you'd be so kind, to go subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back next week for another episode. Thank you for watching.